and welcome back for another flow with Anna and I. We're going to start today coming down on our backs. You can lie flat, knees bent, or if you'd like to take supine Vinyasa, you can also take this variation, bringing the soles of the feet together and opening up the knees. You're going to close your eyes, one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. We'll just start class here, surrendering to our mat and just getting quiet. We energetically have entered or just instilled the energy of the full moon. By the time this airs, we're probably coming out of a little bit. We still have that Libra full moon energy upon us. And Libra energy is all about connections. It's all about relationships. And that's very interesting for this time where it's usually a very fun, charismatic, social energy. And we're not able to necessarily be social in our typical ways. And what we traditionally think of as relationships with others seem somewhat distant. But another energy that is in play right now is the conjunction of Pluto and Jupiter, which asks us to go a bit deeper and examine our core beliefs. And really the only way to get there, to go deeper, is to get silent. And ultimately, what the planets are asking for us from us right now at this time is, yes, to focus on relationship, but to focus on the relationship with the self. Stop busying yourself with all the distractions. We make plans to no avail, packing our calendars, and then the time that we are home alone, we're in front of our phones and we're distracting ourselves with technology and outward connections. So we're looking for all of these relationships and working on our relationships outwardly without working on our inner relationship first. And truly, if we don't work and fix our core relationship to ourselves, whatever is off or misaligned there carries into our relationships externally. And we look for validation, for fulfillment in our outward relationships, whether that be to people or material things. And when we are asked now to pull back from those things, we're asked to connect less with the external. We're forced to challenge ourselves to take a step back and work on this relationship with the self, which can be terrifying. And it can be a lot of work to confront what comes up. So I hear a lot of people talking about being tired during this time. And that exhaustion is mental fatigue. If you are really getting quiet and you're challenging yourself and you're letting the things come up that churn from within, letting these nuggets of wisdom from within, you're getting silent enough to hear them, and sometimes the truths that come up are uncomfortable. And we'll see that in our yoga practice today. Sometimes when we hold poses, we're gonna have a few long poses, holds, more yin, getting really into it. It's a different kind of hard. It's a different type of confrontation than what you experience in the day-to-day when you're busying yourself. So here, just for the next minute before we start to move, connect with the breath. Notice the sound the breath makes as it enters the body, in through the nose, traveling down the back of the throat. Feeling the belly rise into your hand. navel slightly extending into the hand. With the inhale, the breath moves in, the belly pulls back. Begin to move. So gently open the eyes. Lift the knees up so you're in a tabletop position. Take your hands to your hip flexors, so right where the navi front of your hips are. Feet are in this kind of flointed position, so they're in between a point and a flex. Head is down. And we're going to get right into our core. So as you inhale, touch your right knee down. Exhale, bring that knee back up. Inhale, switching sides. Exhale, knee comes up. Working on keeping the lower back flattening down towards the mat. So you're not arching the low back, and in this way you're keeping the deep connection of the lower abdominal muscles. Also keep in mind, make sure you're not pulling the knees past the hips, closer in towards the chest, because that will remove the work out of the low abs and sort of bring them into the top of the thighs. Finishing with one more set here. As the left foot taps down and inhales, comes back up, straighten the legs. Here, you can go with a point. I'm going to bring the hands to clasp behind the head. Again, low back is still pressing into the floor, so navel's dropping back. As we inhale, we're going to draw our rib cage back, engaging our upper abdominal muscles and lifting the head. Keep the head soft, back of the palate pressing into the hands. If you start to get tension in the neck, you'll drop the head and do this with the upper back on the floor. Now we're going to do the same movement. Inhale, as you exhale, bend that knee, tap it down. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, other side. Inhale, back up. Really keeping that connection to the breath. The more you focus on the breath, linking with the movement, the deeper you go into the core. And after all, our core and strengthening our core makes us stronger. The stronger we are internally, the stronger we are externally in other areas of our body and in other areas of our life. One last round. Finishing up on the left side. The legs stay raised, upper body stays at it as it is if you can. And then lower the right leg. And just start to make circles. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Another side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Legs together. Hold it if you can. If you need to bring it down before we go to the other side, do so now. Inhale, lower the left leg and swivel it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reverse the circles. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And exhale. Drop the knees. Good. Inhale and rock up. We're going to come onto hands and knees in tabletop position, and we're just going to come into a thread the needle pose here. So starting, lifting the right hand up. As you exhale, right arm will thread under and across the body, left elbow bends. Ear comes down. We're gonna make this a more dynamic movement. So inhale, open back up. As you move, exhale, you twist. Keep drawing the navel back. Keeping the hips steady so that we're working into the abdominal muscles here. Every time we twist, we get a little crunch. Outer right hip is moving back. One more to this side. As we come down here, pause. Moment of stillness after the movement. Draw that outer right hip back. Navel pulls in, up. One more breath here. Inhale, press through the left hand. Place the right hand, meet the second side. Inhale, lifting the left arm. Exhaling, bring it across the body, right elbow bends. Inhale, up. Exhale. Inhale, up. Outer right hip, move back. Belly button drawing in and up. Movement coming from the upper body, hips as stable as possible. Last one. Exhale, coming down, finding that static movement. Drawing that outer left hip back, right hip widens. One more full round of breath here. Inhale, come back up to tabletop. And we're gonna take our first longer pose. So leg is going to come forward into pigeon. Right leg forward if you need to. The pose becomes more narrow, shins more on an ankle. If you have a more open hip, you're getting the shin towards square. Look at the back leg first, toes tucked under. Make sure it's straight out behind you. Engage the buttocks. Once you get the leg engaged, then you can untuck the toes. Square the hips. We're coming into this pose for 3 minutes. As you exhale, lower down. Let the lower body soften while still keeping your core strong. So navel's drawing up and back. Right tailbone scoops under. So really love Rumi. He's one of my favorite poets. And I just read a quote from a scholar who was talking about Rumi and why he writes so much about silence. The scholar's name is Jonathan Starr. This is what he had to say about it. There is a voice in all of us that is ever present. A voice that always sings its melody to the world. This is the voice of truth and certainty. The voice that lays bare the hidden mysteries of the soul. The only way to find this voice, according to Rumi, is to get silent. Turn in, to make space for the message to come through. We have another minute on this side. Resist the temptation to fish around. It's uncomfortable and it's a different type of challenge. Use the breath to get you back. On your next breath, inhale, slowly make your way up and out of this. And just drag that right leg behind you, extend it long. Maybe bend the knee a few times, whatever it is that feels good. And then we're going to go right to our second side, so left comes forward. That right knee creeps, that right knee creeps back, toes start tucked under. You untuck the foot once you have the whole leg engaged. You pull back the outer left hip, square the shoulders, pull the navel back. Inhale deeply. As you exhale, let the pelvis soften down. So through the strength of the core, we find softness to melt, and we fold forward, holding that. Read you this poem by Rumi called To See the Moon. To see the moon, turn your eyes inward and look at yourself in silence. In this world and the next, don't talk about this and that. Let him show you everything, shining as one in silence. The mysteries, the answers to the questions that we seek, they come in the moments of static, of stillness. But what a challenge it is to greet them there. Slowly come on out. Place those hands down for support. Stretch that left leg behind. And coming back to tabletop. Engage the shoulders on the back. Draw the navel back. Inhale, pick up the knees to hover. Keep hugging the belly button back. Shins draw in towards one another energetically. Inhale, shift the hips back. Arms straight, quarter down. Keep drawing the navel back. Lengthen the tailbone towards the wall behind you. Rise up high on your tippy toes. Exhale, straighten the heels. Downward facing dog. Good. Inhale. Pick up the left foot. Exhale, roll forward, shoulders over wrists, hugging that knee in towards the nose. Exhale, Drop the left foot down, finding a low lunge. Inhale, navel pulls back. Feel the fingertips get light. So light, they start to hover above the mat. And exhale, place the hands back down softly. Inhale, rotate the torso, open to the left leg. Keep pulling the outer left hip back. Exhale, extend out through the right heel. Open up, revolve. Inhale. As you exhale, you're going to pull back your left foot and you're going to stagger the feet in this Svastisthana variation. So weights on the right arm, feet are staggered one in front of the other. Inhale, look up. As you exhale, you're going to turn down, pivoting on the feet, bringing the left forearm down, and finding forearm Svastisthana on the left side. Inhale, exhale, rotate, place the hand down, come back to Vashi. So that was one. You've got 5 of these. Two more. Last one. This time when we come back, we're going to place our right forearm down, scooch those feet back, find forearm plank. If the knees need to come down, they can. Gaze is forward, inhale, heart is open, belly's pulling back. Good, walk the feet in. As much as you can without rounding the upper back. So chest stays open, shoulder blades keep moving towards one another. This depends on hamstring openness and shoulder openness. For me, my shoulders are tight, so I can't really walk too far in. One more breath here. On your next inhale, you'll press through the hands. Can you lift both forearms up? You're in an awkward dog, so you might need to take the hands out wider. And then you might need to adjust the feet. So for my dog, my heels, my feet come in a little bit more. And then we're moving to the second side. So inhale, pick up the right leg. Come forward, bringing the shoulders over the wrist. Draw the knee towards your nose. Inhale. Exhale, right foot drops down. Low lunge. Draw the outer right hip back. Navel pulls in and up so much that you feel yourself get light in the fingertips. Keep that lightness. Place the fingertips back down. Left hand stays. Inhale, exhale. Start to twist open to the right. Pull the outer right hip back. Inhale, exhale, extend the energy out through the left heel. Good. From here, we're moving Vashisthasana, left arm, right foot sweeps back, stagger the feet. Inhale up, exhale, right forearm comes down, hips twist to the left. That's one. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's still 4. This is our last one. Coming into forearm plank, lowering the left forearm to the right. Same thing as before. Walk those feet back. Shoulders over wrists, energetically pull the heels of your hands towards the back of your mat. Keep the gaze forward, chest open, shoulder blades moving towards one another. Inhale, walk those feet in, find down dolphin. Chest stays open, gaze stays lifted, so it's right in between the forearms. Navel pulls back. One more breath here. Inhale, press through the hands. Adjust, get to that down dog. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, pull the heart forward through and up. Exhale, down, press the hips back, find downward facing dog. Inhale, pick up the left leg. Exhale, take that knee forward, find your low lunge. Hover the fingertips. Inhale, spin the right heel down. Windmill the arms up, warrior two. Make sure that left thigh is parallel to the floor. Energetically pull your left heel towards the right arch of your foot. And as you exhale, think more pressure through the outer edge of the right foot. Inhale. As we exhale, we're going to find side angle, Parsvakonasana. Left forearm to the thigh or left hand coming to the outer edge of the left foot. Right arm overhead, palm facing down. Inhale, energetically pull the feet towards one another. As you exhale, energy out through that back foot. So much so that this left arm gets light, can pick up, reach forward, find that beach ball. Inhale, legs don't change. This is where it's hard to face the temptation to move out of it and get unstill in the lower body. Hold. Take the hands, clasp them behind the head. Of course, always if you really need to take the break and you've met your edge, pull out for a second. But I challenge you to see if you can stay a little bit longer here. Inhale. As you exhale, tuck elbow to knee. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, last one. As you inhale, come up, stay low. Straighten that leg, release. Spin the right toes out, bend the right knee, let the left toes pick up, finding surfer's lunge. Here, if you can balance, you're lifting the fingers. This is a really hard one for those of us with straight groins. Oof, getting in there, fingers might need to stay down. Keep drawing the navel back, tailbone lengthens back and then scoops under. So first get length, then tuck. Good, inhale, big breath. Pick up on an inhale, turn, come back to a low lunge, and step back to plank. Inhale, exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, heart pulls through. Exhale, press the floor away. Hips come back, downward facing dog. Right leg picks up. Inhale, right knee forward and through. Exhale, drop that right foot down. Low lunge. Inhale, get light in the fingertips. Exhale, left heel pivots down. Inhale, arms windmill up. Warrior two. And draw the outer right hip back. Right heel pulls towards the left arch. Holding here, one breath. Inhale, exhale, side angle. Right forearm to thigh, right hand to the outer edge of the right foot. Straighten that top arm. More, Anna. There you go, that's straight. Good, one more breath in here. Exhale, press firmly through that outer foot. That is giving you the strength here as you inhale and pick up that bottom arm. Reach forward through the hands as back foot extends down. Inhale, come all the way up. Let nothing change in the legs. Stay low in that right thigh. Inhale, exhale, bring the hands to clasp behind the head. We're going for crunches and we're almost out. Inhale, exhale, touch. Inhale, exhale, crunch. Inhale up. Exhale, crunch. Inhale up. Whew. 3 more. And 1. Inhale, come up, release the hands, find warrior 2 again. Stay deep in the right thigh. Now inhale, press through that right leg. Spin those toes in, spin the left toes out. We're finding surfer's lunge as we bend into that left knee. Right toes pick up. Take your time to get situated here. Extend the tailbone long, then tuck it under, engaging the belly button back. Maybe you find balance. Inhale, press through that left foot. Drop the right toes down, spin the body forward, low lunge, step back to plank. Move through your Vinyasa. And inhale, come forward to plank. Roll to the outer edge of the left hand. Finding Vashisthasana here, static. If you need to, top leg can come down for support as so. If not, feet are stacking. Make sure the hip isn't pulling forward or rolling too far back. We want hips stacked one over another, like you're in between a window pane. This is a hold for 30, by the way. The outer left shoulder is wrapping back. Eye of the elbow spinning forward. We're in stillness. We meet the stillness with our breath. Inhale, exhale, unwind. Place the right hand down, take it second side. The more you press down through the hand, the more the hips lift. As the mind tells you to pull out, to fidget, to move, meet it with the breath. Stand your ground and meet the pause. Exhale, windmill, the hand down, take the hips back, child's pose. Forehead to floor. Inhale, come back up, find tabletop. We've got Vashisthasana second time. Inhale, coming to the left side. Roll the torso open to the right. Here, lifting the top leg. If you're modifying for this, bottom knee goes down. And we're taking circles forward with the top leg. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And exhale, other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down, switch it over, right side, right shoulder. Coming onto the back, bottom knee comes down for a variation, and then we circle forward for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and reverse it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Plank, chaturanga, or push into a child's pose if you need it. Your choice. Downward dog. Inhale as you exhale, bend the knees. Inhale deeply, hop yourself forward. Forward fold. Let the body be soft as you roll up. Pull the shoulders back, inhale. Exhale, finding Utkatasana. Bend the knees, hips come down. Open up the arms on an inhale. As you exhale, bring the left arm over the right. Bringing the hands together, elbows lift up, seat comes down. Inhale, shift the weight into the left leg, pick up the right leg, wrap the right leg around the left, dropping the seat and finding eagle pose. Inhale, heart picks up. Ooh, maybe you fall out of it. Waver. Oh, I don't have it right now. Good. Inhale, press through that left leg. Keep a soft bend in the left knee. As you exhale, find warrior three, eagle arms. Pull, press out through the right foot. And big breath, inhale. As you exhale, bend that left knee, reach for the back of the mat with your right foot. Inhale, heart picks up. Outer right, left hip moves back. Inhale, pick the elbows up away from the floor, finding a stretch across the chest, a little back bend. Inhale, come forward. Good. As you exhale, unwind the arms, spin the right toes out, finding yourself in goddess pose. As we come into goddess, here the hips drop down. You want to make sure your knees are pressing back so you can see your big toe. Good. Inhale, hands to heart center. Energetically pull your feet towards one another. That pulling in towards yourself, getting connected to yourself, frees the hips. It frees you to then expand back out. Inhale, as you exhale, twist the left shoulder over to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, back to center. Keep the legs low, spin towards the left leg. Find your low lunge. Step back. Exhale, move through a vinyasa. Inhale. Oop. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, hop or walk yourself forward. Inhale, rolling up. Big breath at the top. Inhale, exhale, Utkatasana chair pose. Inhale, open the arms. As you exhale, this time right arm over left. Weight shifts into the right leg. Left leg wraps around. Seat drops. The more you drop the seat, the easier it is. Ooh.
Find your
foot.
gaze somewhere solid.
Elbows lift up, heart lifts up. One more breath here. On an inhale, press through that right foot. Keep the right knee soft. As the left leg extends out behind you, finding warrior three. Elbows to keep picking up away from the floor. Outer right hip moves back. Inhale, exhale, bend into that right knee. Reach for the back of the mat with your left foot. Inhale, heart up. One more breath here. Find the back bend. Inhale, come forward. Exhale. Spin the right toes out. And from here, we're not going to go into goddess pose. So I'm going to keep my back to you because I think it's easiest for you to see it, and then I'll also turn myself around. We're going to bring our hands down. We're going to find frog pose. This is going to be our next and our last yin hold pose for 3 minutes. So the feet are slightly wider than the knees, basically goddess legs. So you can see Anna from the back. I will turn towards the front. And here, you're getting stretch in your inner groin. So if you're not feeling it, bring the knees wider. Then make sure you bring the feet with them accordingly. You're going to keep pulling the navel back. You tuck the tail under, and then come down on the forearms. You might even be bringing your whole forehead onto the mat. often, it's like a treasure hunt. When we get silent and still, it's not easy. It has obstacles and temptations. It's booby trapped, like a treasure hunt. But to get to the treasure, the wisdom, the knowledge, we'll have to work through some of these booby traps of the mind that tempt us to pull away, to busy ourselves, to run away from the silence, to run away from the truths and the answers that we so desperately seek. Holding on to the breath, using the breath. We have one final minute here. This is when it's really hardest. At least for me. Every little whisper of my mind is telling me to move, to fidget, to pull out of it. To run. Gentle with yourself as you come out of this, bringing the knees together. You need to wiggle the hips. You should really feel that. Be gentle with yourself. It's an intense one to come out of. We're going to find here, coming back to plank. As you make your way back into your plank pose, with an exhale, you're going to keep the heart pulling forward, so you're energetically pulling the heels of your hands back. You turn your toes over. Shoulders stay down as the pelvis lowers. Now for some of us, if the shoulders start to move forward, you need to bend your elbows to keep the shoulders down. For others of us who are more open, arms might be straight. As you exhale, press the floor away, drawing the navel back, coming back to plank. Inhale, lowering down, shoulders stay strong. The upper back doesn't change. Two more. The last one is you come down into this upward dog cobra variation. I want you to now bend the elbows slowly with control. Butts engage, lower down. Notice the heads of my shoulders never drop past my elbows. As you come here, you'll lower the head down. Bend the feet in. Flex the feet. Grab a hold of the outer ankles or the outer toes, whatever is more accessible. I like the variation of feet flexed. It just helps me keep my butt and legs engaged. Keep Pulling your heels towards your bum, it's going to activate the glutes, the hamstring. Pull the belly button away from the floor. And in this variation, we're going to move the lower half of the body first. Upper half of the body is going to stay down. So as you inhale, press the feet or the ankles into the hands. Pick the knees off the ground, but don't let the head pick up off the mat. The upper body stays. Inhale, keep pressing the feet. That knee lift higher. Using the butt muscles, using the leg muscles. You shouldn't feel this in your low back. If you do, lower the knees. Inhale, lift a little bit higher. Exhale, lower the knees down. Extend the legs out. Turn your cheek to one side. Inhale. Come back to center. Bend the feet in. This time we're leaving the knees down and we're picking up the upper body. Feet are flexed. Engage the seat. Pull the navel away from the mat. Inhale. Pick up the chest. Keep pressing the feet back into the hands and the hands and the feet. The more you pull your hands into your ankles, into your feet, inhale, more can you pick up. And this should not be in the low back. Think in, forward, up. So in with the breath, heart moves forward, head moves up. Exhale, lower. Turn the cheek to the other side, extend the feet out behind you. Inhale, coming back and putting upper half of the body and lower half of the body together. Knees bent in, grab the ankles or the shins. Drive the knees into the floor to help pull the, drive the knees into the floor. Butt will stick out, tuck the tailbone under. That pulls the belly button up. Draw the shoulder blades towards one another. Inhale, kick hands into the feet, feet into the hands. Pick up. Full upward facing bow. Inhale, can you get a little bit higher? One more breath. Exhale, release. Take the hands to either side of the chest. Tuck the toes. Press yourself back up into downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees. And you're going to hop yourself forward to the front of your mat, extending the legs. Legs, logs, legs straight out in front of you. And here we're going to find a little bit of play with reverse tabletop swing. So hands will line up right in line with your seat. Fingers pointing forward. And as you inhale, lift the seat up, press the feet down, find your reverse tabletop. Exhale, draw the navel back, keep the seat lifted. And then inhale, pull the heart forward and through, find reverse tabletop, stretching across the front of the chest and shoulder. Exhale, down, using the belly to pull you back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Last one. Bring the hips down. Come down onto your back. We're setting up here for Urdhva Dhanurasana or bridge pose. So I'm going to offer the option of 3 times doing a back bend. You can do bridge all 3 times. You can do a mix and match. We're going to work into our first Urdhva from bridge. That way everyone's talked into doing a proper bridge pose. So heels flat. Energetically pull your heels towards your seat. This fires up the hamstrings. Arms start down, palms facing flat into the floor. Back of the head presses into the floor so that you maintain the curve in your neck. Navel's pulling back. As you inhale, press through your feet, lift your hips high. You found your way in the bridge. Now to get a little bit deeper in here, you rock side to side, inching your shoulder blades towards one another. Option to stay here if you're moving on into Urdhva. You'll bend your elbows, place your hands wide on your mat. Fingertips are pointing forward or hands are slightly turned out. Squeeze the buttocks, drag your feet energetically towards your face. This helps activate the bum. Inhale, press through the hands under the top of your head. Pause here. Make sure your elbows are drawing in, your shoulder blades are on the back, and on your next inhale, press the floor away, coming up to a full yield. We're holding here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale. Come down. Let your knees knock in. You can bring a hand to the belly, hand to the chest. Whatever you need here. And then as you're ready, getting set up for round 2. You're moving into bridge, you know what you're doing. If you're moving right into wheel, get ready, you place the hands. Have everybody energetically pulling their feet towards the front edge of the mat, towards their head. This activates the lower body. Inhale, press up, either top of head or hips just lifting. Re-engage the shoulder blades onto the back. Inhale, press through the hands, straighten the arms. Close the eyes. Can you find silence here? Can you find stillness in this pose? Mind starts to tell you you want to pull out. Stay strong. Use the breath. One more big breath here. Lower down. Good knees knock in. Hand to belly and chest. One hand to chest. Last one. As you're ready, place your hands. Inhale, press up. And exhale, coming down. Knocking the knees in. Take a breath. Widen the knees back in. Pull the knees into the chest and rock up. Extend the legs long. Done fast enough. Clasp the hands behind the chest. Slight bend in the elbows. And then so just straighten the arms back out without hyperextending them and without letting the shoulders rock forward. Good. Deep inhale as you exhale, start to fold forward. And as you can see, for me, it's not very far. Also, if you come into Dandasana and you're rounded in the back, you're going to want to use a prop. There is a yoga block in here. Save time. I'm not taking it out. You can prop yourself up on a little block or a pillow, and this is going to help you get a straighter extension in the back so that you're not rounding out. It also gives you more space. It's kind of nice even if you don't have the round out, just for more space to open up the chest and drive the hands down. Wherever you have chosen to be, inhale, coming back up. Good. Come back onto the back. Laying down. Crossing the right foot over the left knee. Finding field goal arms. Inhale as you exhale. You're going to pull that left leg across the body. Making sure you're not letting that right shoulder pop up. Gaze comes out and over the left side. Making a deep inhale, you can send more breath into the left side of the ribcage. Use your right foot to get length. And it's almost scooching your left knee towards the right shoulder. And that breath combination, that little adjustment, just gives you more spaciousness, more spaciousness on the left side. One more breath here. Inhale, pick the knees back up. Bring that right foot down. Pick up the left, cross it over the right knee. Inhale as you exhale, take that little right leg across the body with you, using the guidance of the left foot. Gaze comes over the right shoulder. The eyes aren't closed. Gently close them. Inhale deeply, filling the torso with breath. Really guiding the breath towards the right side of your diaphragm, right ribcage. And as you do that, use the left foot to guide and get more length in that right knee, guiding it towards the left corner of the mat. Inhale, come back to center. Uncross the feet. And then just slowly let the feet come out in front of you. Take the arms down by the side. And let everything release and soften. This truly is the final yin pose of the class, finding Shavasana, the ultimate silence, in which you are not trying to control anything, not even the breath. You allow the breath to lead you. the arms long up overhead, giving yourself one last full body stretch here on your back. Inhaling again deeply, and as you exhale, pull the knees into the chest, grab a hold of the shins, and just gently rock yourself now on your spine, whichever way feels comfortable, all the ways, front and back, side to side. Just feeling your way around. And eventually rolling to your right hand side, where you'll pause for one breath. Using your hands, gently press yourself back up to a comfortable seat. We are being challenged to be present in our lives in a way in which we have not been present in a very long time. We are being asked to be present rather than demand from our lives what we think we want from it. This is a challenge. The truths aren't always easy, but in the end, the work feels so good. Think of the poses today, how hard it could be to stay in the pose and how badly you wanted to pull out, but you stayed. And how good did it feel? How freeing did it feel? Even just from a physical standpoint, and the muscle that hit after you met that challenge. And you sat with it. I was talking to a colleague of mine this week, and he was just recanting. He was like, yesterday was just one of the worst days for us. Every single one of us in the family melted down. The kids, me, my wife. And you'll notice that will happen. The meltdowns are happening. Usually when the meltdown comes, it's followed by a great release, because the challenge came and you met it, and then you're so much lighter afterwards. And that was what he said. He was like, we had this horrible day, but now today everyone's like the best they've been since this whole thing started. So remember that now as you meet these challenges, as you have those days where it's particularly hard. Notice. Take the extra time to get silent, because it's likely getting hard and icky because something's ready to bubble up. And you just need to resist the temptation to pull away and greet it instead. As always, we'll close the class together with one final Om, bringing the hands to Anjali Mudra in front of the heart. Inhaling deeply through the nose. Exhaling fully through the mouth. Inhaling deeply through the nose. The light inside of me bows to the light in each of you. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed class. If you were with us the whole way through Kundalini into the flow, your abs are going to be feeling something fierce. And so are your thighs. If you just dropped in for either or for just this latter part, I highly recommend you checking out the Kundalini part and then also finding time to do the two pieces together, which would be just short of 2 hours, but totally worth it, especially if you're having one of those icky days. We love you guys. Can't wait for next time. Bye.